Hello, everybody. Hi, JJ.
Hi, Teri.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. How you doing? This is Kundalini Rising. I'm Teri at Hold Your Space, and this is JJ from Tuta Speaks. And we're just here talking about energy today. So, Randy's been waiting patiently. Maybe smash time, popcorn and drinks. Randy, you crack me up. Oh, and then it turns to cake and ice cream. I love it. Hey, Leah, this time you can watch. Yay.
Yay.
Yay, yay, yay. So, anyway, we were just talking about what we were going to talk about today. And it kind of always morphs into something, but I did get some hits today on some things to talk about. And I think you're going to love this, JJ, and everybody out there, because what they were showing me was a tree, and the roots of the tree were twisted, like they were just twisting up and coiling like a snake,
Ooh.
and the branches of the tree were coiling the other direction, and then they would flip flop around, and the branches would coil up, but the trunk stabilizes everything.
Ooh.
I know, it was really, really interesting. So, and I'll just read you what came in with that. Hey, Paisley. Hi, Lisa and Wayne. Oh, yay, Kelly's here. Mystic next door. Hello, beautiful Kelly. Randy, that's a great question. Low energy. Hello. We were just talking about that. Yeah, just talking about it, honey. So much of that. Hey, Captain Morgan. I love that name. So, polarity swoosh, right, Leah? That's a great way to put it too.
Wow. Yeah. Great way to put that.
I'm going to write that down because I love
Yeah.
that. Um, but it is like, and then we were also talking about shame, right? Sometimes when we're dragging or when we are having that polarity swoosh, it's
Mhm.
like we kind of shame ourselves. Like we think, oh, we're too highly evolved, or we've been studying too much to be on this level or something. Or you just think, um, you're this bright, shiny ray, and all of a sudden, all this is coming in. So, hey, Randy, did you miss what? I don't know. The Captain Morgan? I don't know. But so sometimes our energy is so low, and that's okay. That's when we need to rest. And that's kind of your body and your spirit telling you it's time to rest because these days are happening where everything is going to be turning and energy is going to be moving.
Oh, the
So,
energy talk. Randy, we were like Terry asked me how I was doing, and I was just saying that it's like the dragon ass kind of thing. Like I'm like, "Oh, I can't do anything because it feels like my battery's like, and it's true. It's like when I have a really hard time focusing normally. And these last few days, I'm not sure if it's with the solar flares, the moon, or everything. However, yeah, it seems like everything that I was telling Terry, everything I take medicine for like focusing and anxiety and depression, it's like they're not kicking in with this energy as much. It's almost like it's muting the energy. So uh, yeah, it's been pretty wild, and I'm so happy the sun is shining. So it's not like a
yeah,
cloudy day. That would be even worse. But yeah, it's nice and sunny. Yeah.
right? Same here, lazy butt. Yeah. Yeah. Same
Mhm.
thing. I love that. And Randy ran out of watermelon juice. That always makes me so thirsty. Oh, Jonna, it's full moon today. I wasn't even going there. Was not even thinking about that. And I saw Pam Gregory come up like 5 times on my feed this morning when I was doing some stuff. And I was like, what's she doing here? What's she doing here?
Mhm.
She's talking all about it. Oh, Randy, I love that. Yeah. Resting when your body tells you to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause it is a good signal, isn't it? Your body will let you know. Sometimes we just think there's something wrong with us because we're not always moving along at the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm still kind of learning about like the attention deficit disorder or whatnot. But it's like, you had said like the shame thing. Like I always felt like I was, especially in these last 3 days, like lazy. And but it's not lazy. When I started reading about the stuff, I'm like, wait, I have that, and that. I get like overwhelmed. And I get so overwhelmed in my head by like the end of the day, even though I didn't do anything, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Right. It is a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, they'll be like, "Can you do the dishes?" And I'm like, "I can't. I've been in my head all day. I'm like so tired."
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're
Yeah.
ready to move and get a tiny house somewhere where everything's taken care of. Um,
Yes.
Leah, I love that. Moon in Virgo, so pamper yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy,
Oh,
you're so good.
yeah, Ness says it's the yeah, Ness, well, you were talking about Chiron, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Chiron? I don't know. Is it Chiron or Chiron, you guys? I'm not sure.
Churro? Is it churro?
Yeah. You tell where we're going to the streetcars. Full moon day in Chiron connected North Node last Monday. Very tender, intense. It
Yeah.
really is intense right now. And the other thing is that we are also very sensitive to it. Everybody here, and that's okay because later on, when other people become sensitive to it as they awaken, we're here to help. So, right, Leah? We're busy, busy, busy while we're sleeping. That's for sure.
Mm.
Yeah. Kelly's saying the full moon in Virgo is asking us to connect with things that are practical, clean house, so to speak.
Yes, and for the us people who are not incredibly good at that
Yeah.
or have the I don't know, motivation to do that. But I
Yeah.
have been organizing small things, like one drawer, I'll organize that,
Yeah. I've taken a few things to the thrift stores. I bought a couple things, but little things.
Yeah.
Very, very minor comparatively.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Leah, churro sounds better, right? But it's Chiron,
Mhm.
they're
Yeah.
saying. So, yeah, yeah, sounds like Chiron, yeah. Captain Morgan says, Tuta speaks. I just wanted to let you know that when the grandmother said I was experiencing pain in my left hip, it was a collapsed femur bone and had a total hip replacement.
I'm pretty sure those things are not supposed to collapse. That sounds incredibly painful. I'm curious, like how long the recovery is for that.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my sister needs knee replacements and
Mhm.
she's really dragging herself about it. She doesn't really want to do it.
Yeah. My mom is going in I think it's in April. Yeah, the middle of April. She's gonna have her knee. Um it's like bone on bone. So she's gonna
My
have her knee.
my brother had that and he had it redone. I went up there. He was in Denver. So I went up to help out and he was up and walking within a week and getting the hip redone and now he's mountain biking and I think that's only been like 4 months.
That's
And
so cool.
yeah.
Yeah. My mom is the one that like she goes full board with everything. She like moves her furniture like every week, doing it different, vacuuming under it, like gardening. Yeah,
Um,
she's always the one you call, like, "Mom, like my back hurt," and she came in and she helped me with all sorts of things. So to have for those people that are like that, and you have something debilitating, it really knocks you down a few pegs. So I'm excited for her to feel better because even walking is hard, which is not her normal.
yeah. Yeah. Wayne, they went to a 12,000 square foot metaphysical store. No, that's not fair, Wayne. I want one.
Oh, so are there wheelbarrows instead of like shopping carts? Oh
Right.
my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 months to get stable. Wow, 1 year to 2 years. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely been busy the last 2 nights. Me too, Lisa. Yeah, it's been really busy. Right, Randy? Yeah.
That's
I've Chiron's become really popular. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So the hip replacement recovery is pretty fast. Common procedure nurse says, okay.
Mm.
Um, Leah had her knee replaced and then reset because of decades of cortisone turns it into scar tissue. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, Leah was telling me that earlier. I think it was you, right, Leah, that my mom was getting the cortisone shots. Yeah. And I did not realize that it turns into scar tissue. So that's good advice right there.
Yeah. Yeah. My brother was too. Middle of May, cornucopia moment this year. Eat well, drink well, buy the lottery ticket, go on the vacation. Okay. Sold.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. I like that to-do list. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, like when you want to buy a lottery ticket, but you just don't know like the ins and outs of it? Like, I feel so silly when I go up and I'm like, I would like to buy a lottery ticket. To which one? And I'm like, I have no idea.
I
The
know.
winning.
Yeah. I bought a lottery ticket this week.
You did?
I did. Every once in a while I do. Like I was returning some stuff that had gone bad before the sell date. So I'm a firm believer in doing that because they have that for sell date. And so I went in, I took care of business. And then she said, okay, that'll be like, $12.95 back on your card, ma'am. I'm like, give me a lottery ticket too.
Nice. Nice. I like how you said that. I'm gonna try that next time because that sounds confident. Like, yeah.
Well, and it's I can show you all the lottery tickets that are sitting here that I've never even looked at.
Okay.
No, I buy them. I don't
When
buy
my dad passed away, his thing was buying lottery tickets. Like he had stacks and stacks of them. And I didn't know that he didn't like check them often because he would wait until he had a good stack and then he would check. And I'm sure if they said that there was a winning card at the Shoreham gas station in Vermont that, that he would look. But it's like I had thrown some of them out and my sister's like, wow, I thought Dad had more than these. I was gonna check them, and I'm like, what? Great, there goes my inheritance.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I love this. Ness says, "Lotto ticket is not always about the outcome, and it's an invitation to radical abundance."
Oh, I love it.
Oh, Ness. Yeah.
That's cool.
Right? Ask for what you want. Yeah. Yeah. I just need to take them in there and get them done.
Yeah.
But for past lottery tickets, they'll scan them. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll just go through what I wrote.
Oh yeah. Why are we here?
But I do love that radical abundance. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all going to use that. Kelly's on it too. So they're talking about the twisting of the branches going clockwise, and the underneath the root system is going counterclockwise, and then the center being centered and being stable, because things are going to be twisting and turning is what they're talking about. Okay, so branches and roots with different directions, like a riptide of delight, holes underneath, portals to the shadows and the light. Don't forget to pick up all your fractal souls. And I think that's fractals of souls. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands and legs inside the ride. Your journey is about to begin. They were being really funny today. There is a time coming. Remember, we are together, all of us on this ride. Your bus may have started in a different time zone, but we are all going to the same destination. All portals lead to light. Examine and enjoy the journey. Have fun. Use your joy to explore the fauna and light path. And there is a new way of looking at things. Polarity. So that was that was how far we got with that. But I
Is polarity at the end of that? Did you say that before? Because somebody in the community said polarity. Leah did.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
So it is totally like this they're talking about, so many times I feel like we get caught up in like the little things of what have happened. And they're not all little. By all means, there's huge things that are happening all over the world. Um, but that's what our attention goes to, and it's really about the journey. And we know that, right? We certainly know that it's about the journey and having fun along the journey and being stable, but being flexible in different dimensions. Um, and it's kind of like for me, this was a good message because of so much going on in my life right now. And I'll just talk to you guys about it and I'll probably cry. But my daughter was at the parade for the Chiefs and she was about 20 feet away from the people that were killed and shot. And she was on the ground. And then 2 days after that, Reverend Saul, a good friend, very close friend, my teacher, passed away. So
Oh.
yeah, yeah. So it's been a lot. But but the way that he passed away, the way that he walked out of his body, was so beautiful that it just makes me smile every time I think about him. Oh, thanks, Randy. Yeah. And so I feel like there is this journey and being happy and seeing our blessings as we're on our journey. But remember to keep your hands and feet inside the ride because,
Mhm.
because we can get hurt on the journey, can't we? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And Leah says she heard there will be a huge change in my life in 3 to 6 months. I think a lot of us are going to go through big changes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, yeah, tuck and roll. That's right, Sharon.
Tuck and oh God, I forgot about tuck and roll. I love that. Yeah. And so all these changes coming in. So I'll tell you quickly the story about Reverend Saul when he walked out of his body, but he was a Vedic scholar and a crystal shaman. And um, he he had been ill and he was in his 80s and he was in a house that was filled with altars and artwork and deities and thousands of pounds of crystals. Anyway, so he decided to sell everything, sell the house, um, pack up what he wanted, and take it all to Arkansas to be with his partner down there, his partner in crime, Grandmother BC. She's another healer. And so she moves him into the garage, and they're going to do a museum. And then he's in and out of the hospital again, unfortunately. But in the meantime, he keeps giving me all this stuff, take this, take that, take that. And I'm like, no, 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 I don't want it. I don't want it. So, so now he's in the hospital. He won't let her tell me that he's sick. He's that sick. But I was aware that things were going to happen. I just knew it. And anyway, so he gets out of the hospital to go home and die, basically. They're releasing him, but he said that he was going home to get well. So, so,
Nice.
so on the way home from the hospital, BC is driving him, and he says, I didn't get to take you out for Valentine's Day. This was on the 15th. And he said, let's go to Red Lobster. Let me take you out to dinner. They're in Arkansas, and so they're and she's like, all right, let's go. And so they get seated in their booth, and he looks at her and he says, are you happy? Because he cares. And she said, I am very happy. And then she said, are you happy? And he said, yes, I am happy. And those were his last words. I am happy. So just looking at that journey and seeing our joy. Yeah, talk about powerful, right?
I got goosebumps all over.
Yeah. So I feel like there's such a lesson in that. And there's also a lesson in there's a tradition in Buddhism and um, where you walk out of your body. Monks do this. It starts with an M. I can't remember what it's called, but you go into a deep meditation and you can just walk out of your body, and that's your death. And it's said that when you walk out of your body like this, then you don't have to come back to karma. Like you won't come back to the veil
Mhm.
again. So if you're reborn, you'll be born enlightened.
Wow,
And right? And so I totally feel like that's what he did.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arkansas is pretty special. The energy there is really special.
Yeah. Yeah. The crystalline energy there is
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so I feel like, yeah, too tough. Your craft intrigues me. So I almost feel like I can say your words like I've heard them before. That's beautiful, Sharon.
That
Yeah.
that's, you're not alone. Several people will just start, they're like, "I think I know what you're saying," or, "Those words are coming out of my mouth before you speak them," and I'm like, that is so cool. It just, confirms that the language is here for a reason. Terry, I forgot to ask you, how old is your daughter?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, being in that sort of situation, I would think that there'd be some for all of the community that was there, and it's just, I would think too, with the teammates and organizers, it's like that ripple of just what a few people do goes pretty far.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
really does. And it's a reset, isn't it?
Yeah.
When things like that happen. It's
Mhm.
a reset for the whole community because it had been such a time of joy and there were so many children there,
Yeah.
and so many kids that were injured. Um, and she's been through a lot. We've had a lot of trauma. We've had deaths in our family and whatnot. And she knows about somatic work and shaking, and she studied in India and Nepal.
Wow.
But um, so she's well versed and she knows what she's doing, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just really hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, so did I bring down the house? It's not a party till
No,
somebody cries.
no, actually,
Mhm.
I love how the conversations open things from like me and for other people. So I really appreciate the sharing of both. And when you were talking about your story, of the things that um, the story that you were saying, that there's holes underneath, and fractal of soul. Is that like fragments, like fragmented stuff? Is it
Yeah,
fractals?
it's like little pieces of our soul that we leave places. Like
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah, yeah. My people. I even have a rock for that. I'm not even sure if it's a rock. It could be a bone, but I don't. Yeah, it's this one right here. Yeah, it's this guy. And I loan this out to people who are having a hard time. I call it my fragmented rock. Um,
um,
yeah, and so I'm not sure if it's actually rock or petrified bone. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, they want to talk. Tuta wants to talk about the light portal, the holes underneath, and the soul pieces. Yeah, but they really love the idea of joy and explore, and the light path and the fauna path. So if you're okay, they want to come in, and I'm. It does look like big petrified poop. It does. It might be. It might. Does anybody want me to shave some off for them? It does. It's like a big pile of poop.
Kim, I love that. Oh my God. Oh, oh, thanks, Lisa.
But we say those things like, oh, a piece of my heart. went with them when they crossed over, or how you just love something so much, or um, there's many reasons why we would um, have those like moments where, well, this will go over there, or this will go there. So they really want to talk about that, and I'm curious to see. I don't have the answers what they're going to say, so
Beautiful.
yeah, it's going right to my heart space. Um, yeah, and for the people who don't know about my language, the best way to receive it is first ask if it's for your best and highest good. This is a safe space, but if this isn't your thing, then that's okay too. And close your eyes, get comfortable, and it's best to listen with your heart, because that's how it came through. The language came through my heart. Pama kunama kuishe. And they're like, we're laying it all on the ground. Makuya no kaka no kushimayi, kakayi mali wa maki amawa. Atiamo kushtita, yama kiyama shtita. Like this year, and possibly longer is where we put our things on the ground. It's like when you have a yard sale and you put everything on the front yard, and it's like you've got this stuff and that stuff, and then you don't realize like how much stuff you have until you do lay it down in front of you, like laying it down and looking at it in a different way. Patnu pa ushtita kanaka yawa nia ushtitaye kana kana papa kyon kushe kya kya kya. And they're like, what if we could do that with placing things on the ground, like the pieces and parts of us, like they're like mismatched puzzle pieces. So just imagine, like, look down at your feet in your mind's eye and see your toes, and then go a little bit out from your toes so you can see the ground that's around you, and then build that, go out a little bit further, and just notice what you're standing on. Is it dirt? Is it grass? Is it cement? Are there the roots? Whatever you're seeing is beautiful for you. And so they are, it's almost as if they're the shavings of us, as if they're slices of us from all of us, like how we've been, maybe somebody in this lifetime and something in that lifetime. And we don't need to know all of it right now, but just as you're closing your eyes and you're feeling the ground underneath your feet, just call in. It's almost like if your heart is singing, and it's like an echo or a call to all of the pieces. So we'll just do this for a few seconds. Mao kia tia mao kushe pawi kai pao shake. Matiana, Matiana, Kiawashe Mawai, calling in our pieces. Paye Tama Shewao, Kaukai, Kaukai. Yanu Tita Mashtita, I see some coming. Kiatia Mopakushtitaye, Maye wa Noita. There's an older woman that has the shawl over her head. Tiatio no kiatio no kushtita mama kia kiamakuka no shtita iapano ika iwa patia no kushti titi tamakushtita. And she doesn't wear the shawl to hide. She wears the shawl to poko no kushtita kia no kukiama shtita yewa ye tita makuyewa, to stay true to the path of listening. The path of listening. Sometimes when we're exposed, the path of listening is a bit diluted with all of the other things going on. She says the shawl over the head helps her, so the wind doesn't like influence too much where she's going. Kutama kushtitama, the weather doesn't affect it too much. Oh, tiano kushtita, the ears. Tiano. What a life it would be to live, to be deaf and mute, to really follow that listening inside of us. Kukama, 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 kuma kiawa, shimayewa. Really focusing like every step that we take. Papakunama kushtita makiawa shiwa ma uyawa uyewa. Yetitano kama ashtita. Atitonoshtita, and it's as if the fragments of us follow her right now. And she's like, I'm bringing them home to you. Kunama, 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 kunama. Tiama ku kaitamashe. Paukai, paukai, tamauki. Pai, pai, tamashtitai. It's like a parade of pieces. Tatitai, tama, washe, ukyama. Tau, tau, tau kai. Bringing them home to you. Kokoana, kokaiwa. Matiano, ko she matiano kya. Tatama ku she matiama. Kuya, 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 kuya. Kuya, 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 kuya. Pana ye. Pa oya, oya. Ntaka kushtita. Ye tita, ye tita, ye tita. Tatanoshtita. Mayewa. They're like, it's like picking up the kids at daycare. It's a little bit chaotic. Kupapa tutitanoshtita ye. Makushe, makushe. But there's a happiness of bringing these pieces home. They've been on an adventure, just like preschool or daycare. Like they're being funny about it, like it's a field trip. They went on a field trip. Panu patuto kunomushtita makiamushtita siapakiana kushewa. Yatui, some of them learned lessons. Yamakutia majtita, some of them were just those kids at the back of the bus. Tata kuya kashtita, yetita, but great joy was had. Shetya mashtita kyama yetita. Pamaku ishtita makyama. Some of those pieces of us were tunoku shtita mako yawa. We're enclosed in the tomb. They're like bringing up some Egyptian stuff. Like how the Egyptians would put precious things in tombs. Out of like respect. Maye, it's time to open the tombs. Let the old air in with the new air. The dust of the old and the dust of the new. Pamaku, kiana, tia, shewa, eanui tita, and the pieces come back home. Pa ye, kunakashiwa. And as we look at the ground by our feet, we see these pieces coming home. Some of them are ours, but some are the ones that are standing next to us. Tatota, yeti, tamaukia. Patianu, shewa. They're like some of the pieces. It is like daycare where it's all new, and the pickup is all new for the little pieces. And some of the little pieces think that they might belong to one person, but they belong to the person maybe two people over. And the way they're saying this is because some of us, Tetano, or all of us, we have kind of the same song and the same frequency or similar. And so some of those pieces might be a little confused. So let's just ramp up this heart space of ours to really call out to those pieces that might be a little lost. Patyon kunoku, kanoku, kyapashe, yanoti, tamakoshtita, they're coming from far places. Yatu, makpa, kunaka. Patyon makushtitama, yewa. Panotita mankushtita, yetita. Yanoti, seeing them on the ground in front of us, and I do feel as if the snake medicine, the snake energy, the twisted roots, they're paying attention to this. And they say that We are between the branches and the roots. We are the center right now. We're not always the center, but that's what we are right now. And we knew that when we were coming in to this lifetime. We might be unaware of it, but we knew about it before we came. And you can't have the two things without the center. And so when we call of all of our pieces home, that really helps us be steady in the center. And it is appropriate that the things described as roots and the things as branches, as doing the twisting. That's the way of things. And they love the idea of the tree. And they're also bringing in the turtle. I'm seeing the turtle's underside. And it's like, it's one thing to be balanced, but he's on his back. And even though there's the shell for protection, it's like it does no good when the turtle is on his back. And so collectively, by holding the center, we assist the turtle. And there's people who know the turtle story from the Native Americans, and that's how Earth was born. It's time to turn. And the ones who know about polarity will know what they're talking about. It does such a disservice for the turtle to be on its back. So seeing those pieces, and if some pieces were have been other places for a while or for even a short time, we're bringing those pieces of us back in, like pieces of the soul, pieces of the heart, and for those to fit, just think about what can we do to all of those little pieces. Like, look at your pieces and see, and do we soften them somehow? Or do we soften the insides of us? Yeah, let's relax. I can feel some of the throats on some of you. So let's call the pieces back. Yeah, some of us did lose our voice. We did lose our lives by being our true authentic selves in other lifetimes. And it's hard to forget those things. It would be hard to forget if you were at that parade, like the daughter. So let's just relax ourselves, relaxing our forehead. Relaxing the temples, any migraines, just relaxing. Getting ready for these pieces. Relaxing underneath our eyes. Relaxing our ears and our sinuses. Our smile muscles, relax, relax, relax. Everything in the head, relaxing. Even if we're unaware of the tightness, we just ask that those melt a little bit so the pieces can come back. Kuya, 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 kuya. Yeah, the things we've heard in our lives. Ya nui tamakui, kui, relaxing the ears. Relaxing everything in the head, the back of the neck where it meets the head. Patu no, tiano, bringing frequency and healing to that area. I'm feeling the back of the neck and the throat area. Just looking at that part of you. Sometimes we think of the throat area as like a filter, like imagine like a coffee filter, and you can't keep putting things in or holding things in. Sometimes you need to dump out those things, like the coffee filter, like the grounds. And so they're like, just imagine we're in like a Folgers commercial, and you take your filter out. The best part of waking up, and dumping out the words that weren't said right, the words you wanted to say. Maybe the words didn't land where they were supposed to land. So just shake out those filters and put it under the beautiful spring water to rinse it, and then put it back. This will help those pieces. Good job. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the elbows, the wrists, the fingers, the top of your fingers, the bottom part of your fingers. Your lungs. The lungs have been worked and worked and worked. Just relaxing and thanking your lungs for all of the things they do for us. And they're talking about the fresh breath, the fresh air. In relaxing the chest, the sides, upper back, lower back, melting, softening. Relax that belly, don't hold it in. Relaxing all of the things, all of the systems inside of us. The lower back, the stomach, the pelvic floor, release and open, relax. Relaxing those hips, the upper leg, the knees, the lower legs, the ankles, the top part of the foot, the toes, and then the bottom part of our feet. And while we're there, at the bottom of our feet, just ask if your body could relax and let go and soften. If they could just do that now, all of the pieces and parts of us just relax what's already in our body to get ready for our pieces. And if some of the pieces aren't ready to come back fully, they're offering us to put them in a pocket or a purse or a pocketbook. Just a metaphor, of course, they say. I think some of us might have been there for some of the times of Christ, witnessing the energy of that. And the Egyptian parts are coming back. Just imagine the gentle wind picking up with the flower petals around us, picking up those pieces and parts of us, and they know where to go. There's nothing we need to do except receive. Atui tamashtitaye. Feel them coming back into place. Yena. And feeling the softness of us and the softness of them coming together. Like a million thousand, thousands and thousand millions of hellos for all those little pieces. Our physical body is so happy. Our soul body is so happy to receive, but also grief. Grief. Pakona konkama koshtita yena tiama tiama tiama. Patio kyomo koshtita yama tiano 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 tiano. And just letting those little pieces as if they were our children. Just letting those those pieces know that we missed them and they're home and we love you. Kupama, kupama, kupama. Anutito kushtita pago yema kianutia. They're like the fabric of us. Yanuita, yanuita, pa ishtitana, yeta, yeta. And just imagine that you're softening out if there's any creases of when they came back, just softening those out, like ironing those out, nice and warm. Paku, 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 kayewa. And give yourself a stretch. And just check in with yourself and see how you feel.
That was amazing.
That was really fun. I had no idea what they were going to do. That was fun.
My God, that was so beautiful. There were so many beautiful things that everybody said, but when you were talking about the toes, I was thinking of your rock, and it is like a big elephant toe. And at the end, when they were talking about softening, I could just see all of our skin turn into like baby skin. Just perfect, soft baby skin. Yeah. Leah's feet felt much better.
And my heat, once I stopped that, like I can feel like the heat and all of this energy inside myself. It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Randy had a reading this week, and I told her to watch for the woman with the shawl on her head.
No freaking way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't just once, was it, Randy? It was like, they told me like 3 times, there's going to be a woman come in with a scarf on her head. She's going to have a headpiece on. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I know, it's so funny. Well, it's not funny. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me want to cry. Wow, that's really cool.
So beautiful. Yeah. Eliza, aloha. Yes, soul retrieval is so critical to those who are sick with addictions. Right?
Soul sick. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So many people that have addictions are really so greatly spiritual. They're just, it's hard for them on this planet.
Randy, funny story. When I do, like, for instance, Debbie Freebird Spirit, like she invited me to this retreat in New Mexico, and she knows me in my shamanic ways. Like peeing after something like this is something that I have to do. And it's like, when nobody was looking, I like went off on my own and just peed peed outside, because it was like, that was just what needed to be done. So yeah, I feel like after energy work, it's like it's a release.
Yeah. I once had a reading with, I've had several readings with Debbie, but she told me to do that, to go wee on my tree.
Good.
Wee on a tree meditation.
Yeah.
So, Leah, how do we listen to the pieces?
I would be like the lady in the scarf, Leah, really trying to find a way to put yourself in the position of where, if we can't like physically see or physically hear, we can, it's almost like we can see and we can hear littler things. Like when we put our head under the water, and you can hear like, sometimes you can hear like the fish picking up like stones, or like the stones underneath, like making a soft clicking noise. But if you were above the water, that noise is still happening. That story they're telling is still happening, but there's so much going on, like the sun and the birds and, kids splashing around here and there. But if you go underneath the water, that's what she was trying to tell us is try to find what your way is of doing the listening. Yeah, that's about how I would answer that.
Wow. Beautiful. Yeah. Leah says the snake is of the land and the sea draws from both.
Ooh, and the turtle too. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's cool.
that is so cool. Randy, I love this. I release all past trauma in my cells from past, present, and future lives.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the cells because they were saying that too, and I didn't say it out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot too in our meditations. It's like acclimating each cell to the new light and then the space between the cells,
Hmm.
like kind of going inside. I love that. I just feel like that's a big message right now.
Hmm.
Turtle is patient and waits for the eggs to hatch, so we should be patient and stay upright.
Hmm.
Love that, Liam.
We used to spend, my husband and I, well, he's my boyfriend then, but we used to spend time in Costa Rica each winter, and they have this black beach in the part we were at, like black sand, and he wanted me to film him and his friends with a video camera so they could see like them surfing and what they could learn from it. And but then the turtles were coming out of their holes, and so the video went from them to like full on like National Geographic footage. Yeah. And and you're supposed to leave them alone and let them, do their listening and whatnot. But it's like it's hard when the birds are flying around and looking for a meal. But yeah, there was having the turtle being patient. I love that.
That's beautiful, Leah. And I'm glad that you're writing in, Leah. I love what you say. So please continue. Yes, especially the Virgo Pisces axis is about health, spirituality, and day to day. Beautiful. Sharon's asking, I'm so excited. Can I get an answer about a gift I should perfect?
Oh. They're showing me like a woven basket, and I can see that there's like the like a cloth over it, as if somebody would be tucking in something really precious. And and the basket has been presented, and I am showing some symbols, so I'm not sure if you get symbols. And they are talking about the gentle weaving of, and with weaving, it's not just with one thing. It's several things. And they've given you the material to do the weaving as a metaphor, unless you're a weaver, but as a metaphor. And you'll find that it makes a really beautiful like tapestry. So just the suggestion is if you envision this basket, if you envision the basket with that, with the fabric or the dishcloth of something that's over it tucked in, just sit with that and just see if something that you can see eventually. Because they said they gave it to you, or it was yours, and they presented it to you again. Yeah.
Oh, she said, thank you. Specifically, no, I'm not a weaver. What to weave, love? Oh,
That was more than one thing. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. More than one thing. I'm getting that song. Let's twist again, like you did last summer.
Yeah, I was just listening to that the other day. I was listening to the soundtrack to what was it called? American Graffiti.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love that. I love that. That's so funny. Um, so they're talking about getting that energy out, that twisting energy, and that's part of like getting out your that shaking,
Mm.
um, your somatic movement. So getting that out, and that's like twisting, right? Twisting and weaving energy. So yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be my head too, Captain Morgan. Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver. Oh my god, right?
Yeah.
Dreamweaver. Yeah, the peppermint twist, Wayne. Yeah, for sure. Um, Leah says, "What does Tuta want us to do for this springtime? The light is growing in many ways."
Wow,
Oh,
that's
Leah.
yeah. Um, so they're showing me like you know how windows have the blinds, and even through some curtains, like we can see that like the light is shining, but sometimes it's we have to adjust to the brightness. Um, Papa Kumakush, they're handing out like sunglasses to some people and like the special glasses to see like a solar eclipse of some sort. We're still acclimating in a way to the light. Because sometimes light can burn very brightly. So it's a good place to be right where we are right now. And and find your own way of seeing, which is really fun to like, you know, just I like being really silly when I'm practicing something, and so I might find myself with like you know that the things that help us sleep, the sleep masks. I'll put like a sleep mask on, and if you want to be like the lady in the shawl, and this is just for this is just for entertainment purposes only. If anybody falls down and hurts themselves, that's not on me or us. But yeah, put the earplugs in, put the eye mask on, and really listen. Just see and do it for short amount of times. It's not like you have to sit out there for an hour because I cannot concentrate that long. But just be aware of what you notice and what you don't notice. And just do that like as much as you can to like stretch it out and like as if you're getting like a new muscle. That would be a good thing to try.
I love that because
Yeah.
that is once you take away one sense, then the other senses become more aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Wayne says it seems very intense to him this
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, like it turned up, right, Wayne? Like I don't really like wearing glasses, like sunglasses. When I was a snowboarder, it's just like I didn't want goggles, sunglasses, anything. It's like I just needed nothing on my face. And now it's like it's the sun out there, the light is really bright. So I kind of have to now. Um,
Yeah. It's changed.
yeah.
Um,
The branches were you and I are on the same page. Yeah. The the branches, I wrote it down as you saying it was clockwise.
yeah, the branches are going clockwise and the roots are going counter, but then they twist back around. It's like they're ringing. You're ringing them out. So,
You're supposed to do the twist, everybody. You're supposed to do the twist. Uh,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the dimmer switch was turned up, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Randy has 10 pairs of sunglasses in her car, right? Yeah. Yeah, 224 must have some impact. High
Mm.
density. Yeah, definitely.
Or
Definitely.
what about 42424?
Oh, God, it's gonna come up again, isn't it? It's all
Yeah.
gonna repeat. It's all going to repeat, you guys. And 12, 12, 12, 24. It's just going to be like, this is going to be, we're going to have patterns, I think, all year. So much going on. Care Bear says, hi, Kelly. I was told it wasn't because I didn't have a major placement there, like my rising moon, Mercury, etc., but my Virgo placements are all in the 5th house. Okay. I know nothing about astrology. Wow. Yeah. Living in the moment, right? So so I love this because we didn't really know what was going to happen today.
Yeah.
And then we get here and it's so beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, they blow me away. And you know, with my language, it really is like ingredients from all of the individuals here. So whoever's watching this on replay, the people who are not in the chat, the people who are in the chat, and Teri and myself, it's like we all bring like these pieces of us, and it really is like a custom collective thing for us, and it's really beautiful when they do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Paisley, yeah, I'm definitely getting that too. The spine is so important in all this. And there's different parts of our brain that are being activated as time goes on too, in new ways. So, hey, Moira. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot coming in. So, hey, Kim, I'm so glad you saw us on too. So everybody be sure and like and subscribe to both channels. And if you hit that black bell, don't be surprised if YouTube knocks you out again, not out of the subscription possibly, but sometimes, but definitely a lot of times it goes into an algorithm and reactivates and you won't get a notice that something happens. Randy hopes her brain gets activated.
Mine too.
I hope everything on me gets activated. Yeah. And please, there's a lot of readers here too. Kelly, the Mystic Next Door, please subscribe to her. And all the other readers here. So
I actually got a really neat reading with Kelly this morning on her channel.
Oh wow.
She was on with it was Scott, right? Scott, yeah.
Oh, nice, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly's beautiful. She does. Oh, good. Well, yeah, sometimes you have to unsubscribe and take off your thing and then resubscribe.
Yeah.
And ring the bell
we're not
again.
Purposely hiding. We're not hiding from you. You might just need to check it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hypnicity was the 24th, like on the 24th. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the Midnight Owl reader. I have my owl. This is my owl. It kind of looks like a fish too, but if you look it up closely, it's an owl. I forget what this is, but one of my Sedona finds.
Wow. Yeah. 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 I've got my, this is a buffalo. It's a bunch of buffalo nickels that are pressed together.
Cool.
Yeah. It has a little pearl on it. But I love that because I always hear the bison. That's kind of one of my things. I can feel the thunder of them when they're rolling on the plains. And
so cool.
Oh, Randy has her, of course you have a dragon pendant, Randy. So, well, thanks everybody. We'll be back here next week. We had a couple of weeks off for family time and we'll be back again. So I hope everybody has a great week and thank you moderators for being here and keeping everybody safe. And please come back. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Namaste, everybody.